Vtubers who can beat Mahoraga. That's what we're going to discuss in today's video. Now understand this idea originated by someone else that made a similar video about which characters who can beat Mahoraga. And it was an interesting video, but that got me wondering, which of these VTubers that could actually beat Mahoraga? We got Kaintel, Gorogoro, Chibidoki, Zantreya, and Ori Crony. This is going to be an interesting video. Now if you like it so far, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. Let's reach 100k before the end of the year. My Cash App is open for any recommendations. And without any delays, let's get into the video. Now before we start the video, we need to understand, who is Mahoraga? Divination Scylla Divine General Mahoraga, or formerly called just Mahoraga, is known for his unique and formidable ability to adapt to any and all phenomena, making it near impossible, unstoppable force in combat. He has many great feats, but his greatest feat is adapting to Sotoro Gojo's infinity, developing space-cutting slashes, and it's the strongest Shigemagi. Now with that out of the way, which of these VTubers have the highest chance of defeating Mahoraga? Chibidoki goes into the fight relying on pure chaotic movement, jumping around, acting unpredictable, and making it hard to read her next move. That does help for a moment because Mahoraga can't instantly lock onto her pattern, but her ability is just chaos without power behind it. There is no scaling damage, nothing that forces Mahoraga to struggle. Once Mahoraga observes her movement a few times, it adapts to her speed and positioning. After that, her unpredictability stops mattering completely. Her chaos delays things for seconds, then she gets instantly overwhelmed. D tier. Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse's biggest ability is her demonic resilience and stamina. She can take damage, keep going, and outlast most opponents, which forces Mahoraga into a longer fight. But against Mahoraga, longer fights are dangerous. Her durability doesn't stop at adaptation. It just gives Mahoraga more time to analyze her limits. Since she doesn't have a finishing move that can end the fight quickly, Mahoraga eventually overcomes her endurance, extremely hard to defeat, but still loses due to lack of win condition. B tier. Kaintel. Kaintel's main ability is healing and sustain. She plays defensively, recovering damage and extending the fight much longer than most fighters would. At first this would work in her favor. Mahoraga has to keep attacking to understand how her recovery works. But that's exactly the problem. The longer the fight goes, the more data Mahoraga gathers, and eventually it adapts to her healing rate and starts dealing damage faster than she can recover. Her ability keeps her alive, but ultimately helps Mahoraga wins over time. C tier. Numi. Numi fights in a similar unpredictable way, but with more emotional and inconsistent timing. Her attacks don't follow a clean rhythm, which slightly slows Mahoraga's ability to read her. However, her ability is just inconsistency, not a real power system. She doesn't have a strong attack conceptual ability or anything that can bypass her ability. Once Mahoraga adjusts to her general movement and reaction speed, the fight becomes one-sided. She confuses Mahoraga briefly, but gets completely outscaled once adaptation kicks in. D tier. Vexoria. Vexoria's strength comes from her eldritch shifting power set. Her attacks don't follow one consistent type, they change in form, energy, and behavior. That's crucial because Mahoraga adapts best to sustained patterns. Vexoria makes it hard to establish a pattern at all. As long as she keeps changing her approach and applying pressure, Mahoraga struggles to fully adapt. She can overwhelm Mahoraga before adaptation stabilizes. A tier. Vienna. Vienna's cosmic dragon nature gives her cosmic force style ability. Her actions don't follow consistent logic. Outcomes can change unpredictably. Mahoraga adapts to consistent cause and effect systems. Vienna breaks that system entirely. If the rules of damage, reaction, and outcomes keep changing, adaptation can't stabilize. She wins because Mahoraga can't adapt to inconsistent reality. S tier. Natasha Nanners. Nanners brings chaotic reality distortion. Her action consistently shifts tone and logic, making the fight unstable. Mahoraga relies on consistent patterns to adapt. Nanners prevents those patterns from forming by constantly changing how the fight behaves. She wins by keeping Mahoraga stuck in an incomplete adaptation loop. S tier. Girl. Girl's strength comes from speed, physical power, and aggressive burst attack. She starts the fight strong, landing fast hits and putting real pressure on Mahoraga early. But her fighting style has patterns: rush in, strike, and position. Mahoraga quickly adapts to her timing and movement. Once that happens, her advantage disappears and her attacks stop being effective. Strong early performance but loses once her pattern are fully adapted to. C tier. Jaime Hajime. Jaime operates on a conceptual level with overwhelming process and power that feels more like control over the environment than standards attack. Mahoraga adapts to things it can analyze and respond to, but when the power differences become too abstract or overwhelming, adaptation doesn't have a clear target. She wins by bypassing normal combat rules entirely. S tier. Zendrea's strength is relentless pressure. She consistently attacks, never giving her opponent time to breathe or adjust. Mahoraga needs time and repetition to adapt. By keeping the fight fast and aggressive, Zen limits how much data Mahoraga can process at once. If she maintains that intensely, she can overwhelm it before adaptation completes. Wins if she keeps momentum, loses if the fight slows down. A tier. Mori Calliope. Calliope is one of the few with true win condition. Depth manipulation. Her attacks can target the concept of life itself rather than just physical damage. If she uses that ability immediately and lands cleanly, she can end the fight before Mahoraga adapts. But if Mahoraga survives even briefly, it begins adapting to the concept behind her attack, reducing their effectiveness. She can win instantly, but if the fight drags, she loses. B tier. Oro Crony. Crony's ability is time manipulation, and that alone directly breaks Mahoraga's entire mechanic. Mahoraga needs to adapt. Crony can stop time to stop adaptation, rewind time to erase adaptation, and loop time to prevent progress. That means Mahoraga never gets the chance to evolve its defenses. Crony wins every time because adaptation can't function. S tier. Gigamorin. Gigi's ability is pure unpredictability. Her actions don't follow structured logic, making her difficult to analyze. Mahoraga tries to build patterns from repeated behavior, but Gigi's lack of consistency slows that process. If she keeps forcing chaotic, unstructured exchanges, she can push Mahoraga into a state where adaptation never fully locks in. Wins through chaos, but only if she never becomes predictable. A tier. And there you go. Those are the VTubers that could beat Mahoraga. Now if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. Let's reach 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. My cash is open for any recommendations that you have. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.